I have 5 o'clock. This is the Peru Parks Board meeting of March 14th in the council rooms at 5 o'clock. We will call the roll. Will you please call the roll?
Paul.
Present.
Hoover's present. Shep.
Present.
Green.
Present.
Carson is absent. As he was sent home from work, he has a bad sinus infection. So I am recording the minutes. All right. All right, we have December's minutes. Everyone, you did get them as an email. We just didn't have written copies last meeting. Does anyone have any questions? Seems so long ago. May we have a motion to adopt the December 14th, 2023 minutes?
I'll make that motion.
Motion has been made. Please call the roll.
Paul.
Yes?
Hoover, yes. Shep.
Yes.
Green.
Yes.
Adoption of the December meeting minutes is unanimous. February's minutes. Anyone has any questions?
I make a motion we adopt February's minutes.
Motion has been made to adopt the February minutes. Please call the roll. Or rather, may we have a second?
I'll second.
Motion has been made to accept.
Paul.
Yes?
Hoover, yes. Shep.
Yes.
Green.
Yes.
Question before I go any further. Did we have a second for the December minutes?
We didn't?
Okay, let's do it again. December minutes. There was a motion made but no second. We will do it again. The motion is to accept the December minutes. May we have a second?
I'll second that.
Please call the roll.
Paul.
Yes?
Hoover, yes. Shep.
Yes.
Green.
Yes.
All right. Announcements. Anyone have any announcements? No? Moving on, clubhouse report.
Not much different than last month. We officially open March 16th, or gosh, tomorrow. Tomorrow.
14.
Today's the 14th. Saturday. So yeah, I mean, maybe I've taken in a few more memberships, but other than that, nothing really to report up there. We've got it stocked up and ready for opening day. Except everything except for like our shirts. They should be next week, but concessions are good to go. Bathrooms are good to go. Fitz was up there working on a urinal today, so carts are
What's wrong with it?
wouldn't stop running or something.
Oh.
I'm not sure.
That's why we know. Okay.
How are you doing with advertising? Whole sponsors? Still looking for some? Or?
Right now, we're really just working. The golf carts have kind of been put on hold, but we're still working on it. And then just waiting on some of them to get back to me. We're gonna start bugging people, but I think scorecard's pretty close to being filled. Most of the people that were on there last year are doing it again. T signs, we're probably over halfway there on them. Yeah.
Do you have a deadline for the golf carts for advertising?
No.
No?
Nope. I think between Dustin and Don, they're working on a couple things that they need to make sure it's okay for us to do that.
Oh, okay,
The carts have kind of just been put on hold for a minute.
all right.
I do have a golf cart down at Olson's, you know, he was getting ready to just at least give us a sample of his, but I think Don's talked to him since then, maybe, so.
Okay. Any other questions for Gary? No? Golf course? You say it's good to go?
Yep, out on the grounds, yep. So we're really starting to get back into things. We have been picking up sticks. That's been a big part of what we've been trying to do here. It's been a little bit different with now we're not allowed to have brush fires up there. So we are now,
What happened? Why is there a change?
I have no clue. I just know that's what the new Chief Dane informed us, because they're not allowed to have burn up at the city, at the hill
Street
either.
department's not allowed to burn anything on the hill anymore either. We have to bury all of it or chip it.
And so now we're loading things up and trying to get them up that way. But that's been a big, we had a couple trees that came down, we had to get cleaned up, still got to get cleaned up.
Do you have a place to store all these?
Yeah, up on the hill.
Yeah, Asher Hill.
Okay.
But we were talking before the meeting, they just recently got a wood chipper that had been sitting up at the dog pound for
Years.
7 years now. I mean, it's never moved since I've been here. They got it going. So now between them having it there, or if I need to bring it to the golf course to chip up a pile, I mean, I'm sure that'll be okay, but.
So is this, it makes mulch?
Yeah,
Yeah, wood chips, yep, mulch basically, yep. So,
it's an industrial site.
yeah, so that's pretty awesome. We could do a lot of that, but we'll see.
So Cliff could use that along with some of the flower beds we have in town?
Oh, yeah, I guess flower beds would work. I don't know about the play areas, because I think they have to be like in a cheese grater type thing where it takes off the
I was
sharp
thinking
edge or
ones
something.
outside.
But yeah, absolutely out there, yep.
Yeah, I mean, if they go down there and talk to.
And we'll use them around some of our trees, and I told him we could use them in the disc golf course, the original disc golf course in McCormick, around the baskets or tee pads and stuff like that.
So
So
it'll get used.
oh, absolutely, it'll get used. We started mowing. I've got my reels back for my greens mower and tee mower last week. So I got out and mowed them once with the triplex mower. I did walk mow them 3 weeks ago with my walk behind greens mower, all 20 of them. Took us 2 days. I'll never do that again. It was probably one of the worst experiences I ever had on a golf course. No, I'm just kidding. But got them back. We're still waiting on the reels for our Toro fairway mower, and then I still have the 10 reels for my John Deere fairway mower that still have to be sent off and grinded and put back together and sent back.
When do you actually need all those?
We're getting closer, getting real close. Hopefully my Toro reels should be back, if not, yeah, end of this week, tomorrow, I guess, hopefully next week. They were just waiting on a few parts. So yeah, I got out, we had to leaf blow the greens first before we could mow them. So we got out, leaf blowed the greens, mowed them. I then followed up with a light coat of sand. We brushed it in. The rain came in last week. With this rain, it'd be real. I haven't mowed them since then, but we rolled them yesterday. We got out and rolled them. We were leaf blowing and doing some rolling. Nice day yesterday. And I did started doing most of the tee boxes, getting them cut for the first time, and the collars and most of the approach. There was a few I couldn't get to because of sticks. They hadn't been cleaned off yet, but
How do you feel the
we're getting there.
course looks?
The last few days, it's really greened up. That storm we got today, that lightning really helped, so. Unfortunately, we're there, but it is supposed to get colder. There's a chance of like frozen mix next week, so we'll see. But everything should be mowed, except in fairways right now, they don't need it. Are there areas, maybe, yeah, a little bit, but not. We're gonna go out and roll them. That'll be all right. That'll get us by for another week or so, but we're a week or 2 weeks out, maybe, depending on weather.
And you have all your staff on now?
All my what?
Your staff?
Oh, no, not yet.
Not yet?
I do have, I've brought back, what now, 3 guys on the ground side. And Lane Raymer will be starting, he starts Sunday, if we're open, weather permitting, but he was on vacation, so he couldn't make it opening day. I about fired him, but I didn't. But we got him, between him and Jason and maybe myself right now up in the clubhouse until we had, did some interviews yesterday, a good turnout, but you know how it is with us. Unfortunately, it, you know, 95% of the applicants were either still in high school or, and so, but we had a couple of them. We had a 20-year-old and a couple little older ones, you know, and for me, I don't feel like I can have a 15-year-old closing the muni up there,
No.
you know, so they were very slim pickings, but yeah, that was good. I'm not sure about Roger Miller, the guy, the senior that mowed my greens, has been mowing my greens for years up there. I'm not sure if he's going to come back. It's getting tougher and tougher for him to keep emptying the baskets on my greens mower once they get filled up, especially the middle one. You got to really bend down and get down there, and not only that, but the mower's not the best shape. We all know that, but I know Doc, Rick Kindig, he won't be back. 74 years old. He kind of hung him up last year, towards the end of the year. He just can't do it between his arms. And then Steve, my other senior, again, he's 70-something too, and he got to have surgery on his knee. He's not going to be able to really get up and down off the mowers like he used to, you know, and so I think I got him replaced. I think we'll be all right. I've got a couple guys. I got a couple applicants on the ground side that, but we're going to try to run the grounds with a little less crew and try to get them hours up in the clubhouse. I really seen last year that when we have outings and league, all them new leagues we got, when we got 40 carts out there, 50 carts, and they all come back at once, it's tough for, you know, one person to just try to do it all, help the customers, answer the phone, wash the carts,
Right.
put the carts up. So we're going to try to, at times like that, have 2 or 3 people up there, you know, maybe the second and third are only there for 3 or 4 hours here, and 3, but we're going to try to do that. But yeah, right now I got my grounds crew as usual. I mean, they're gonna Alan and Josh, that they're back from last year. They know what to do. They know what I'm expect. You know, I mean, and then Ray, we brought him back. He'd been up there for me a couple years ago, and then got another job, but he'd gotten laid off, and he came to see me, and it's going to be, I think it's going to be a good year on the ground side as far as that, so.
You mentioned down here before Easter egg hunt. We're having an Easter egg hunt?
Yeah, the Kent Workman Easter egg hunt up at the, it's at Lower Park, right? They might get into amphitheater,
Amphitheater, yeah.
but I know they use Lower. We just came to a problem last year where I hadn't had my booster pump open, and so they didn't have the bathrooms there. And so this year I plan on trying to avoid that for them. I'll go ahead and open it up.
Okay.
It will end up only being a few. You know how I usually try to wait as long as I can. But I think
So
we'll be
what time is
okay. Because I can open up my booster pump and we can get water there. I don't know if I think last I heard though they were still being winterized, or they were still in winterized mode or whatever. So I don't know if Cliff has gotten that far yet as opening it, but we still got a few weeks. But I can do that, and I don't have to have it. I can shut it off at my pump house.
Okay.
So
But what time is that?
what time's what? The
The
Easter?
Easter egg.
Oh, I don't know. I just know it's on Easter, I believe. It's probably, I think it's usually,
been advertised
yeah, it's
around.
noonish maybe, 10, 11 noonish. Because they came and found me last year. We were up there working to see if they could use the bathrooms, and I was like, oh, no, sorry, I don't have my water on.
Do they need permission to do this?
No, this is set up through Brett Wedding, right? Brett Wedding
Yeah.
Jr.? This is,
Normally, they get Board of Works approval.
oh, yeah, and maybe they do need, yeah, but no, this, yeah, I don't, I'm not involved in the Easter egg hunt much. I just know it's for Kent Workman. It's a big one, though.
It is. Take my kids to it every year.
Yeah, it's a big one.
Right. I mean, I know we used to have it, and then that man who did organize it unfortunately passed away.
Yeah, can't, yeah.
Yeah.
And so then, so let's see, so we were cleaning the shop, we've been leaf blowing, got the clubhouse already. Some of the long grass I had up there, we're knocking it down for getting it ready to, I'm not knocking it down all the way down, but we're knocking it down. Got the bunkers, getting them ready. And that's gonna be coming up, that's gonna be kind of weekly stuff. We're here, I
When's your
think.
first outing?
Right now, we have the 28th of next month, and it is so the North Miami is starting like a feeder program for golf. I think it's starting in the junior high. They actually got approved to get have a junior high team this year and whatnot. She was wanting to do something, and then the North Miami, of course, were the home course for North Miami, so the North Miami's boys coach and the North Miami's girls coach were wanting to do outings also. So we kind of talked them into not doing 3 separate ones and combining them. We felt like if they did 3 separate ones, they would have been, people might have came to the one, but not the other, yada, yada, yada. But they did. They set it up. I think it's now 2 flights already. So 40, I think they already got 40 teams in this thing.
Oh,
So that's a new one. We might try to, I think I'm going to try to throw in, weather permitting, I'm going to try to throw in something maybe before that for us, like the par 3 we did last year, or maybe if it gets, we get a nice night, maybe we do the night golf, something. Or maybe I get a disc golf tournament in there. We're just now kind of getting into our calendars too. People are filling up.
have you had any pushback on the raising of the rates?
I have not heard anything yet, no. I try to avoid the golfers, though. No, I haven't, no, not yet. I did, one guy called me, but he was still in Florida at his Florida house, and he was a little upset, but he'll be all right.
Okay, sounds good.
And then, like I said, opening day is March 16th. I moved a bunch of dirt out there last fall to build some new tee boxes for our seniors and our super seniors. Just to, they've always just kind of had a designed area where they had breaks in the ground, and some of these areas were so uneven and unlevel, and so we took out a bunch of fill dirt. And then I've had the street department, they brought me some little bit better dirt, and then they brought me some, it was leaves that have turned into dirt. And we're going to use that for the top layers, but we're going to start working on a few of them coming out here in the next couple of weeks. Got all of our tee markers, like I said, out, trash cans, sand rakes, tee markers, hazard markers, yardage markers, the divot boxes for the tee boxes, basically all your things you need while you're out playing the game.
And you've already sold approximately 80 season tickets.
Yes, I think we're right there, and we've had a lot of people have stopped up, or when we're at this point, we were just telling them just to wait till opening day, just to come see us. But a lot of them are still in the, out there in Florida. That's where a lot of our guys go at this time of the year, and a lot of them aren't back yet. Yep, and so I think Jason said that was pretty much about on, no pun intended, but course for par
Right.
of where we were last year doing this. So I know the leagues are getting ready to start going. We got at the end of this month, we got our Wednesday night league meeting. I think it starts up a little bit a few weeks before, like the Monday night mixed couples league, or the Tuesday morning league, and the Thursday moose league. They're always they were a little bit later, so. But they'll be getting ready, and then just like I said, I'm probably going to end up getting the water on for, I got to get the water on also to check, I got to get a pressurized number to Michael, who's from Hydro Designs. He needs that to determine some of the piping where we were at. But again, it's no rush, but it is something that as soon as I get the water on, I'm gonna be able to do that, so.
The mayor mentioned that when we had a meeting.
Yep, and then I've been working on some quotes for, Don's had me working on the quotes for the cart barn roof, the clubhouse. I've been throwing that old maintenance building roof in there, and then the fencing around my building, and right now, my bay door up in front of my shop we cannot open it. So we're taking everything out of the back, and so if I need, that greens mower, I gotta move 6 pieces of equipment just to get to that one, and so, we've been working on them quotes. I was getting some today, finally back some guys. Some guys just I don't know what it is, they just, really gotta be on them to get these quotes to you, but working on them. In the time being, I was telling the guys today, we're running out of room in my shop. We've talked about maybe moving all the members into one cart barn, or at least taking half of the ones that are just moving them into one half of the cart barn, and me storing some equipment that we use daily or 2-3 times a week up there, because there are doors on the back side. We could drive them right out the back, and the guys could park right there, walk over and go get it. There's fuel right there. We're just really running out of room. It's getting tight, especially with that front door not opening, but
Well, if you have space, that sounds a good use of it.
yeah, yep. So, but other than that, really, I mean, you guys know how it is. Well, I think most of you know, it's about go time. So here we are. I'm scheduled to really get out my windows right now to get out and do my first chemical application on the greens for seed heads. Unfortunately, that rain did kind of hurt. I was trying to do it between the wind and now the rain. But I'll get to it either this weekend or first of next week. I'll get out there and get that done. So, yep, everything's going good. I know when we mowed them greens, I had members, they were telling me how nice they were rolling already out of the gate, which we started off a little lower this year than we did last year. So, speed them up a little bit. So, got our sand out there. We're going to try to stay on that, verticutting, sanding, rolling them, mowing them. Have them rolling real nice this year. I think that was our biggest
Any
one.
other questions for Gary?
On the 80 season ticket holders, are any of them guys new, or is it mostly all just people from last year?
There's a few, probably a handful or so, maybe new. And then most of them are, just the same guys.
You say that's about average?
Yeah, I think so.
Ticket holder.
From doing it the first year, which was only the first year we did it, was a year, before we offered that early bird, which, so yeah. Yeah, I think,
How many people do you foresee hiring in the clubhouse?
as many as we need. I don't know the exact number, and it's always tough because if you do hire a high school kid or a college kid, they can't start here for another couple months, and then they're only there for a little bit. We're really trying to find core 3 to 4 people that really, we want 40 hours out of you guys.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to really get Jason not to be a clubhouse manager this year. I mean, he can still manage the clubhouse and scheduling and all that, but I don't want him washing carts or filling up fountain drinks or getting rolling dogs or, putting carts away. I want him, I got that position to be my #1 guy, and I need that out on the grounds more than I need it. At this point, we need to hire a clubhouse manager, almost. But you're not going to find one for $12. So hopefully in time, in future, I'm already looking forward to budgeting for 2025, so that meeting's not till later on down the road, but I know we're going to come out hopefully sooner than later. I'm going to get my pump house painted. It needs repainted, and then we're really talking about the clubhouse. We want to get it painted. So,
Okay,
yep, it's go time.
all right. Thank you. Cliff isn't here. He did send us his report, which everyone has, and I will read it for everyone. The boat ramp project at West City Park has begun. It will be done in a couple of stages. Now they are doing the grade work and tree removal. They will come back this summer and pour the concrete ramp, where the water is low, when the water is lower, and do the gravel parking lot. The concrete cornhole boards are in and will be placed somewhere near the main parking lot next to Miami Port. Mainly, we have been servicing equipment and cars. My seasonal staff will be starting on the 18th. Other than that, it's business as usual. Feel free to call, email, and text if you have any questions. The DNR is the people putting in the boat ramp. That was in the paper that we all saw, the Peru paper. There's actually going to be an area for handicapped accessibility as well. That's what the paper said. And the boat ramp is going to be a quite gentle slope, I think. Something like that.
Yeah, they tore the whole hill out right there to keep the pitch. They tore that whole hill out right there to keep the pitch not too
Right.
bad.
Have you been over and looked?
I live right there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it's not going to be too steep?
No,
Good.
no, I've been over there checking it out.
All right.
I,
Let's hope they get it finished.
I know he's not here, but has anybody heard the reason why there's caution tape around a part of the park down there at the fort?
No, I don't know anything.
I think they got some repairs to do to the equipment.
Okay, I had my kids down there the other day and I was like, what? So,
I think that's what Chris told me.
okay.
Oh, you mean some of the
Chris is,
swings or something?
I've not
It's actually
heard.
underneath the gymnasium itself.
Oh, okay. Well,
They don't have any of the top part of it shut off, just the bottom part.
well, no, he has nothing about that on here.
Okay. I'll have to email him.
Yeah. Anyone got any other questions about cliffs? The conroll holes are concrete. We did order those. And did you got a picture?
Yeah, they came in, and, well, I know that just because the
Well, I got a
driver
picture
came to
and they're very nice.
the driver came to my shop, and I was like, no, I think you're at the wrong, I
Yeah.
think you go down there. I thought it was something for me, and it wasn't.
Yeah, so they will go in, I'm assuming.
And the new sign came, because it came to my shop too, for the entrance.
We heard we got a new sign.
I got a picture on my phone if you guys would like to see it afterwards or something.
Who ordered it?
I thought, originally I thought Don did, but Don had no knowledge of it either, so I think Cliff did.
Was it Cliff or was it the traffic department?
Oh, maybe, I don't know. All I know is it showed up, and I originally thought, because I know me and Don have talked, he's wanting to get a signage for the golf course, kind of on Strawtown, something saying Peru Municipal Golf Course or something, and I thought that's what it was till I opened it. And then I sent a picture to him, and he didn't know about it, but
Yes, because he asked Carson and myself when we were talking with him earlier this week. And we didn't have a clue who ordered it. It seemed a bit of a mystery.
it must have been Cliff.
Or the street department.
No, not the street department.
No,
It's
traffic.
the Traffic department.
Oh.
It's a nice sign, nice and big.
They're the ones who make all the signs for, like, the street signs and all that stuff. The
Really
traffic department
nice.
does that, yeah.
Yeah, and maybe Todd did, it'd be Todd down there, yeah, maybe Todd did do it, but either way, it's into.
So who puts it up?
Not the golf course. I don't know, and I imagine it's just we got the post hole digger for the skid steer, I imagine it's not.
So we're hoping that this is something Cliff is
So,
going to handle? Okay,
Or Todd.
right.
They got time.
You know, down there where the entrance is to the golf course off of Strawtown, to the south of that, there used to be an entrance down there apparently. And there's a arch. Could that be possibly moved up to,
Well, I'm in the process, I guess I could have mentioned that, Don's had me measure, well, the new entrance, I guess, now coming in there off Strawtown.
yeah,
He had me measure there, they're in the progress of getting that replaced.
I always thought that that arch was up there, but apparently I'm wrong.
It was on the other end,
Yeah,
because it's still up there, it's missing a few letters.
yeah.
And I think they're either replacing the whole thing, or they're gonna, replace them letters, and we're gonna move it over. But yeah, he had me get measurements on it, I sent them back to him, that's been a couple of weeks now.
Because that entrance is no longer even there.
It's still there, I've started using it, there used to be a gate there, like a field gate or something. But I took it down because now it's much easier for me to go through there and check the mail instead of parking in the parking lot and walking over there. I'll just go right through there. But yeah, that arc is still there. And then, yes, he's been on me where I think they're working on getting a new arc. That'd be pretty cool. And I think it says Peru Municipal Golf on it, so. But it would also be nice to get a sign maybe out, like just out by the road too there somewhere, but that'd be down the road. But yeah, they are working on that one. He had me measure it.
All right. Moving on to old business, bylaws update. Carson and I met with the mayor Monday, and we voiced our concerns about the outdated bylaws. We discussed a lot of things, and he is in the process of checking what actually has to be in the bylaws with our tier of city. And he will check with Dustin to make sure that what he's suggesting is what's required. So there's no real document as such for us to apply, but hopefully we should have something in the next couple of months. But it is being looked at. Because we did suggest that we wanted more insight into the finances. We wanted it every month, like clockwork, for our meetings. We wanted to know the state of all of our funds. We asked about how each person serves, since we have 3 new members who came on, and is their time staggered and how all that works. So hopefully that's going to be addressed in the information we receive from the mayor. Does anyone have any questions on that? They might be able to answer them. I'm not saying I can. I might. But we know it started, and he did not realise they were so old. So this is kind of pressing. We made that point that we'd like to see this
So
updated soon.
basically, the size of the city determines the bylaws itself on how they work and what they
Well,
are?
the size of the tier of the city determines the scope of the bylaws,
Okay.
just as you said. But if they've been updated on the state's website since then, I don't know. So the ball's being rolled, let's put it that way. So I feel good that we've actually started something, and we should have something to vote on, not too far in the distant future. Okay? Right, that was old business. New business. I received an email from Sherry Loshnowski. Is that how you say it?
Yeah.
Loshnowsky. Loshnowski.
Yep.
Regarding her annual Light Up the Night program. This would be on May 26th. Setup would be at 7 p.m. Cleanup would be at 10:30 p.m. They would run on the Riverwalk to as far as where it connects to the nickel plate and back again, I'm assuming. And she just wanted permission to do that, and I don't see that that's going to be a problem. We're not having to close any streets. I think I will, after we've voted, I would contact Cliff and have him contact her regarding whether she needs trash cans or picnic tables or something other than what's out there altogether at the moment.
What were the hours?
Sorry?
What were the hours?
From 7 setup to 10:30 cleanup.
And that's PM?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's at night time. May 26th. I don't remember how many people ran last year. Do you remember? No, just gone. It goes in and comes out and leaves. So does anyone have any other questions?
So I don't know if you can answer this or not, but essentially, like, if a kid gets hurt at the park, it's not on the city because it's a public park. How does that work with something set up like this? If somebody got hurt when they were running or whatever, would that fall on the city?
Pass. Don't know.
Okay.
I think in the past, they have written a, what do you call it?
Like a waiver?
Yes,
Okay.
type stuff.
Okay.
Now, given that the city council were, what happened with the city council about insurance for doing things like this? Was it set aside for the time being?
Well, if it was talked about this month, I was on my deathbed.
Oh, gosh, well, I'm glad you're not.
Fever of 104 for 3 days, so I don't know anything that happened last week.
Well, I will call her and ask, and I will have,
Or call Dustin, maybe.
yeah,
Yeah,
we'll-
I mean,
we'll get it checked out.
Just so, you know, the
Oh,
city's
no, I
not
think
at fault
you're
for
right.
something like that.
Because the council was going to have people have insurance, but that was for if they blocked off streets, I believe. I don't know that.
Well, that would revert also to that pickleball tournament we talked about.
Exactly,
Yeah, it's not on the
somebody-
street, you know.
But
No,
it's
but
still
it's
on
in the
city
park.
property.
Yeah, so,
They've been talking about this in Board of Works, and they're gonna have organizations that are sponsoring a lot of this stuff, hold harmless agreements with the city.
so like a waiver type thing?
Yes, so that the city cannot be sued.
Okay, so they will need to do something like that.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So the motion is to allow the light up the night on the 26th. May we have a second?
Seconded.
Please call the roll.
Paul?
Yes?
Hoover, yes. Chuck?
Yes.
Green?
Yes.
The motion is passed to allow light up the night, and I will take care of notifications. So,
7 to 10:30, okay.
comments, does anyone have anything to say? Questions?
No, but the Easter egg hunt is March 30th at 10 a.m.
Oh, it's
Here we go.
10 a.m. Okay, that's good to know. I'm gonna write-
And that's at the
That's-
amphitheater, correct, like last year?
Yeah.
It said lower level on the flyer.
Okay,
Yeah.
so probably the amphitheater.
Well, last year, a lot of them were in Lower Park.
Yeah.
I don't know if they do kind of funnel over towards the amphitheater, but the main, they had Lower Park kind of roped off, and I think that's where the Easter Bunny was, Josh.
I didn't dress up as the Easter.
Oh, okay.
Any other questions, comments?
Yep.
No? Anyone else have any comments? No? No comments. The next meeting is April 11 at 5 p.m. And as we have completed our agenda, we are adjourned at 5:39.